Ladies and gentlemen, T+1 is here, or it is coming very, very soon, depending upon when you are seeing this video. We're going to talk about what that means and how that could benefit you in just a few minutes. All right, so starting May 28th, settlement times will move from the standard T+2 that you may have been used to T+1 for stock and ETF transactions. So if you are someone who actively trades stocks or ETFs, you like to trade leverage ETFs instead of options, this is massive, massive news for you and has been a long time coming. Many, many months ago, I remember looking back and seeing that the SEC was in the works of trying to move in this direction from T+2 to T+1, and this is not a broker specific thing. You may have gotten a message from your broker. For example, Robinhood may have sent you an email, or Webull, Interactive Brokers, whatever the broker you have or you use, you may have gotten an email about this. It is not a broker specific thing. This is an industry thing. And what's happening is that the amount of time for transactions to settle, for your cash to settle, is shortening by 1 day. So for those who are not aware, T+2 is how things have previously been, which means when you take a trade on a Monday, you're not going to be able to utilize the cash from that trade until Wednesday. It will take until Wednesday to settle. T+1 means if I trade on Monday, the cash from that trade will settle Tuesday. So for someone who is an active day trader, if you, let's say, use a cash account, one of the biggest limiting factors to a cash account versus a margin account is that, well, now I have to wait for my cash to settle. And so I have to size smaller, or I have to take less trades because of that. Whereas on a margin account, you still have to deal with settlement, but because you have margin available, you have a lot more buying power, and it's usually not a concern. You can pretty much day trade as much as you want, depending on how much money is in your account and how large your position sizing actually is for every trade. So if I day trade on Monday and I use $1,000, that $1,000 is now going to be available on Tuesday, starting May 28th, 2024. And that will be the way for at least the near future. I don't know if we're going to progress even further beyond that and have instant settlement at some point one day. We'll see. T+0 is coming at some point. I remember reading deeper into that. I don't know, but it'll be awesome. Now, this is how the option markets actually work right now. So if you are someone who has an active options trader, you're probably already familiar with T+1. And if you use a cash account, well, this is great because you've been able to day trade pretty much, today, and then have all that cash ready to go tomorrow on a cash account. So what makes this even more awesome is that now if you wanted to trade that way, but you're like, man, I just don't want to trade options. Well, now stocks and ETFs are going to essentially settle the next business day. Now be aware, bank holidays, that will not count. So if you have, let's say, a bank holiday on a Monday, but the market's open or futures are open, but it's a Monday, and you're like, oh man, my cash isn't settling. There are going to be some bank holidays where you'll have to wait an extra day, but that's few and far between. If you have a day where the market's closed, then there's a very good chance that that money is not going to settle on that day. So in the past with T+2, if I traded on Thursday, usually that money will be available by Monday, but now it's not going to be available until Tuesday, which kind of makes things a bit more of a pain. That is not going to be as big of a problem anymore. Again, we are looking at T+1, meaning next day settlement for stocks and ETFs starting May 28th. If you're looking for a broker, one of the best in the game, I'll recommend Interactive Brokers. I'll link them up down below. Other than that, happy trading and enjoy. This is a great thing for the trading community. Peace.